Hello everyone and welcome to Kiru's online lectures. I am Kira Chantani and today's topic is Linear Inequation Part 3. See, in Part 1 we studied Introduction, Inequation and Solving Linear Inequation in one variable. In Part 2 we studied Solutions and Linear Inequations involving modulus. Now in this part we are going to study about applications of linear inequations in one variable and their graphical solutions. So coming on to linear inequations applications, see in this section we'll be basically studying the knowledge of solving linear inequation in one variable involving different problems from various fields such as science, engineering, economics, etc. So coming on to the problem, the first application is find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers, both of which are smaller than 18, such that their sum is more than 20. Now let's suppose over here we have to find the consecutive pair of odd positive integers. Let's suppose x be the smaller of the two consecutive odd positive integers and other odd positive integer is x plus 2. Now it is given both of these integers are smaller than 80. That means x both of which are smaller than 18. That means x and x plus 2 both are smaller than 18. So we can consider x plus 2 is smaller than 18 and such that their sum, if we'll add them, their sum is more than 20. That is x plus 20 is greater than 20. So on solving this part, we'll get x is smaller than 16 and here we'll get 2x plus, sorry, over here it is 2. 2x plus 2 is greater than 20. So x is smaller than 16 and when we'll solve it, here we'll get 2x greater than 18. Thus x greater than 9, x smaller than 16. So this means the value of x, like we have, it is greater than 9 but it is less than 6. So value of x lies between 9 and 16. So between 9 and 16, we have three odd numbers, that is 11, 13, 15. So when we are taking 11, so the other number will come out to be, because its sum is, the other number is x plus 2. So 11, 13. So their sum is more than 20. But the individual number is less than 18. Similarly, if we'll take 13, so it can be 13 and 15, and if we take 15, it can be 15 and 17. So required pair of odd numbers, odd integers are 11, 13, 13, 15, 15, 17, both of which numbers are smaller than 18, but their sum is more than 20. Coming on to next word problem. Next word problem is a manufacturer has 600 liters of 12% solution of acid. How many liters of 30% acid solution must be added to it so that acid content in the resulting mixture will be more than 15% but less than 18%? So over here we'll assume, and they asked how many liters of 30% of acid solution. So over here we'll assume x liters of 30% of acid solution is added to 600 liters of 12% acid. So total quantity of mixture now it is what? 600 plus x. Total acid content in mixture, because They have said x liters of 30%, that means 30x by 100, and 600 liters में 12% is, that is 12 by 100 into 600. So this is our total acid content, and 600 plus x is total content, like how much liter, total liter. Now it is given that acid content in the resulting mixture will be more than 15% but less than 18%. That means whatever this we are getting over here, this is more than 15 but less than 18%. So acid content will be 15% of 600 plus x. This quantity is more than 15%. So 30x by 10 plus 12 into 6 is 72, and this should be less than 18% of 600 plus x. So this is what equation we got, because over here we have 15%. The resulting acid, this mixture is more than 15% but less than 18%. So here we got two statements. So on solving this part, we will get 15x, and this 15x is greater than 1800, and next part will get 12x is less than 3600. So when we'll solve it, we'll get x is greater than 120 but it is less than 300. So the number of liters of 30% solution must be greater than 120 but it should be less than 300. So this is how we will calculate the acid content or whatever they ask in the question. Coming on to next part, that is the graphical solutions of the linear inequations. So when we have to find graphical solutions, so first step is we have to convert inequation into equation. That means we are provided with ax plus by less than or equals to c. So we'll convert it into equation form, which is ax plus by equals c. Then we'll put y is equals to 0 in the equation 1 to get the point on x-axis. Similarly, we'll put x as 0 to get point on y-axis. We will join both the points which are obtained in step 2 and we'll get a graph of the line to obtain the line. So in case of strict inequality less than or greater than, we'll draw a dotted line. Otherwise, we'll mark it as a thick line, because if it is a case of equal, we'll choose a point 0, 0 not lying on this line. Then we'll substitute its coordinate into the equation. If equation is satisfied, so then we'll shade the portion of the plane that contains the chosen point. Otherwise, we'll shade the portion which does not contain chosen point. The shaded region, whatever we'll draw over here, that represents the desired solution set. So these are the steps which we have to follow for the graphical solutions of linear inequations. So coming on to first linear inequation, we have to solve the following inequation graphically. So the first step was this inequation is to be converted into equation. So we'll get 2x plus 3y equals 6. So now, as we said, we will take a point x as 0. So if we are taking x 0, so we'll get y to be 2, and then we will take y as 0. So we'll get over here y 0, so x will be 3. So the coordinates which we are getting over here is 0, 2 and 3, 0. These coordinates will plot in a graph. Now this is our graph where this is x-axis, this is y, minus x, minus 1. We have 1, 2, 3. Similarly 1, 2, 3. First coordinate is 0, 2. So it will lie over here. This is the point. Second coordinate is 3, 0, which will lie over here. Now we will join these lines. The next step was we have to basically, now over here since it is given equals to, So therefore this will draw it as a thick line. If in same case equals was not given to us, only greater or less than what it was given, so we would have drawn this line by a dotted lines. Now to determine the region which is represented by given inequality, we'll consider a point 0 0. So this point is lying over here, so we'll put x as 0 and y as 0. So putting x as 0 and y as 0, we will get 0 plus 0, and this 0 plus 0 is less than or equal is less than 6. That means this particular portion only I have to shade, because this portion is satisfying this condition. If this portion will not satisfy, then we'll shade the other side. So this is how we have to find graphical solutions of linear inequations. Coming on to next. Next is exhibit graphically the solution set of the linear inequation. The equation is 3x plus 4y smaller or equals to 12, 4x plus 3y smaller or equals to 12, x greater than 0, greater than equals to 0, y greater than equals to 0. So we'll convert first these inequalities in equations. So 3x plus 4y equals 12 and 4x plus 3y equals 12. We'll take points over here. We'll consider here x, y, taking x as 0, so y will get 3. Taking y as 0, so x will get 4. Similarly over here, x and y, taking x as 0, we'll get y 4 and y as 0, so we'll get x 3. So the coordinates are 0, 3 and 4, 0 for this particular line. For this particular equation, the coordinate of this equation is 0, 4 and 3, 0. We'll plot it on a graph. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly over here 1, 2, 3, 4. This side minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So the first coordinate is 0, 3. So 0, 3 will come over here. Second coordinate is 4, 0. So it will come over here. We'll join it. So this over here again will draw thick line. Why will draw thick line? Because equality sign is given. It is smaller or equals to 12. So therefore we'll represent it by a thick line. The next coordinate is 0, 4, that is this, and 3, 0, which is this one. So this is the particular equation for on this is particular line for next equation. Now we have to shade the region. So which region will satisfy? So for finding out which region is represented by this particular line, so what we'll do, we'll put x as 0 and y as 0. So if we are putting x as 0 and y as 0, obviously 0 is less than or equals to 12. That means this part is shaded. Similarly, for the second equation also, this part is shaded. So the common part between both the lines will be this particular part. So therefore, this exhibits the solution set for both of these equations, because this portion में all points जहाँ पे will get x and y, जो भी हम values will put over here, that values will be less than or equals to 12 only. Coming on to next, draw the diagram of the solution set of the linear inequation. Over here we have 3x plus 4y greater or equals to 12. We'll convert this inequality into equal equality. So 3x plus 4y equals 12, and this will be y is equals to 1. Then for drawing graph, we'll take point xy, x as 0. So value of y will be 3, y as 0, x will be 4. Now y is 1. So we'll plot these points in a graph. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here also 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. 0, 3 is the first coordinate. So 0, 3 will come over here. Then 4, 0 will come here. So the line, again it is equal. So the line is represented by the dark thick line. Then y is equals to 1. Y is equals to 1. We'll draw this line which is also represented by thick line. So these are the representations of the line. This line is represented for y is greater or equals to 1. And over here this line represents 3x plus 4y greater than or equals to 12. Now we have to find which part we have to shade. If we'll consider for this equation, x are 0 and y are 0. So 0 plus 0 is greater than 12. This condition is not followed. That means we won't shade this part. That means the outer part will be shaded. So this shaded part will represent our solution of this particular inequation. So this is how in today's video we studied applications of linear inequations, and we also studied graphical solutions of linear inequation in one variable, and we studied how to draw these graphs and how to draw the solution of these linear inequation in graph. Hope you guys are finding videos helpful. So do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.